Island of the Idols came from the idea of how could we get somebody like a Boston Rob to play again, even though they don't want to play anymore, because for fear of not winning and being voted out and wasting their summer knowing they never had a chance. For years, guys like Boston Rob would say, I'm never going to play again because I can't win again. So I was trying to figure out, how do you get a guy like Rob to play again? What if you make him a god? So the idea was, Rob, what if we get you and, say, Sandra, and we make you guys mentors, experts, idols?
There's always a twist. What these guys don't know is that Sandra and I are actually out here to show the new kids how it's done. Survivor School is in session.
I'm the only person that's ever won twice. And I shouldn't even have to say it. You should already know this. But I'm coming back because it's about time the queen teaches others some of her tricks.
But this time, they're not competing. They won't vote, and they cannot win the $1 million.
Kind of a flawed idea, right? Two villains teaching new players lessons. A bit unbalanced. Why isn't there a hero and a villain teaching lessons? But don't mind that. They don't want you to focus on that. Rob and Sandra are literally idols on an island. Just look at those massive statues. During the season, when this aired, that's what a lot of people talked about before. Certain things happen that we won't bring up in this video, I promise. Okay, Rob and Sandra are there to serve as mentors in a twist that feels a bit silly, but I think has potential to be cool, just as long as the players have full control, can opt out at any time. Though remember when Rob said he was done playing games in season 22? Does this count? Is this a game? I'll let you decide. Survivor's 39th season is in Fiji, what else is new? And the newbie players have no idea about this twist. Jeff says an island exists and someone has to go to it from the losing tribe, and that's all they know. Elizabeth from the orange tribe has to go, and yeah, I'm not quite sure if this is a good idea. You see, her tribe lost immunity and she has to go, she doesn't have a choice. So she has to miss out on valuable time at camp to talk with others about who to vote off, and it's like day 3. So she doesn't even know who to trust yet, and they're making her go to the island. She is not in the right headspace for this. When she shows up though, Rob says, welcome to your Survivor boot camp. We are here to teach you how to make fire. While they do teach her how to do this, she sucks at it.
There are 2 fire making stations. If you make fire first, you earn an immunity idol, good for your next 2 tribal councils. If you lose your vote for tonight's tribal council. The question is, are you confident enough to take the risk, or will you play it safe and return to camp?
It's a huge risk. Boston Rob is probably the best fire maker in this world. He's done hundreds of fires.
Do you want to go for it?
Yeah.
Put this into a little nest. You got it.
Good job. Fire first.
You're there to teach new players how to play this game and then offer them a chance to test what they've learned. Never forgetting it's Survivor, and anybody foolish enough to take on one of you two will get what they deserve.
Keep going, don't give up, this is it. Rob's got it.
What were you thinking going against me? I've made hundreds of fires.
In my opinion, that was a classic case of nerves getting in the way. Here's this woman being asked by 2 Survivor legends that she didn't even know was there to compete in a task on day 3 right before tribal council. She can't think straight. But get this, the one part of the season that totally works is Rob and Sandra sit in on tribal council and basically, like those old men from the Muppets, just comment on things and joke and sometimes say something interesting. But yeah, really, it's just like, this is a twist I'd be down for any time. They do not need to do Island of the Idols to do this again, Survivor. You can do this anytime. So we jumped to episode 2 where Kellee had her name randomly drawn from a bag, and she says, what if this island has Cochrane on it? I mean, she isn't too far off. Cochrane as a reward in Game Changers is kind of like this Island of the Idols idea, but super simplified and, in my opinion, funnier. When Kellee shows up, she tells Sandra about this, and Sandra says, oh, no. This is so much better than Cochrane. Now, Kellee's test is so much easier than Elizabeth's. All Kellee has to do is listen to Rob and Sandra talk and answer 3 out of 5 very basic questions about Sandra correctly. She nails this, of course. This is not balanced. What? Making fire against Rob is not the same as just answering 3 questions about Sandra. But then the next day, we see Rob is out fishing.
I love Survivor. I love being out here. It feels like home to me. I've been here so many times over the past 2 decades. It's like riding a bike, and I'm back on.
Now that I think about it, how legit is this island? How legit is it that Rob and Sandra are quote unquote living on it? Do they just live on it during the day and at night they go back to a hotel? Do they have unlimited food? Are they actually there every single day because people aren't visiting every single day? The show clarifies nothing. Episode 3 sees Vince being randomly selected by a note to go to the island, and his task is to sneak into the other tribe's camp at night and steal fire. What? See, the lessons they're teaching them are supposed to be applicable to the game Survivor. Like Elizabeth's was how to make fire, Kellee's was just listening to others and getting to know them. In what situation are you stealing fire from another camp? How is this a good Survivor lesson? When will this ever come up? Making fire and learning about others makes sense, but this is just nonsense. And it gets better as the other tribe doesn't even have a fire to steal. So Vince can't steal fire. He just comes back without it. And Rob says, good enough, you passed. I mean, come on. Vince, by the way, is still voted off this very same episode. Episode 4 sees a change, as instead of a random draw to see who goes to the island, the purple tribe gets to pick. I like that change. Let's do that for the rest of the season. And they pick Noura, who seemingly has no idea who Rob and Sandra are. Guess what they give her? Guess what they give her on the island of the idols? Watermelon. What? How is she given food when no one before her, and I'm gonna spoil a little bit here, and no one after her will be given anything of the sort? Why does Noura get watermelon? The island does not seem properly balanced at all. It's almost like we're watching a first draft of an idea. Rob says this week is a lesson in persuasion, and the show again takes time out of its day to dunk on Eric for giving up immunity to Natalie 23 seasons ago. They will not let it go. I am so sorry, Eric. But basically, Noura's task is to persuade her tribe to let her be the caller at the next immunity challenge. So,
all right, so basically, I get there and get an advantage in the next immunity challenge that will benefit you and your tribe. There's only one twist. It says that you guys have to unanimously agree on the role that I play in that challenge. This is all a lie because I have the information and I could have just given it to them.
How can we assign you a role without you telling us what the challenge is?
I basically just say, yes, we unanimously decide that Noura can pick the role to do, and then I get to tell you the whole detail, and you'll see that that's why I need that role. So does everyone agree?
Everyone agrees.
You feel fine? Everyone's fine?
Yeah.
Can you explain to the tribe why you think you're the best person to be the caller?
It's already done. I gave you the information, so I already have that role.
Part of the thing.
It can't, it's done.
We had to unanimously decide that you could pick your role. So could you pick your role as a retreater?
Oh, I guess I could. Yeah, I guess I could.
This is not a good lie. But it's really good that Noura is now so in this lie that there's no way that she's going to talk about what's actually on Island of the Idols.
Walk to my voice. 10 steps forward.
You're gonna be behind me.
What?
I can't walk to your voice. You're gonna be behind me.
All right.
So just forward, left, right, or back.
Oh, okay, I got it. Dan, walk 10 steps forward to me. 1, 2. What do you want me to say?
Noura is crazy, but did you know that Patreon is free to sign up for? Yes, that is the place where I give updates, post videos early, like this one, and have you all pick what I make. It now has a free option. Link in the description. You can cancel anytime, and there's a 15% discount if you do sign up for 1 year. Thank you for your support. So far, everyone who has gone to the island has been randomly selected, or they got to make a decision. This time in episode 6, they're tricked. Jeff tells Vokai, hey, sit out a member of the reward challenge, and they choose Elaine. Jeff goes, actually, Elaine, you're not sitting out the challenge. You're going to Island of the Idols. Thanks, Jeff, thanks. Elaine says this sucks, and I agree. We then cut to the island where it is now day 15, and holy crap, that's an impressive shelter. How many power tools and people are helping Rob build this thing? Anyways, Rob explains to Elaine that she will have a decision to make before this timer runs out, the timer of sand. And without even knowing what it is, Elaine accepts. Rob and Sandra are like, what, do you want to like know what you have to do? And she's like, no, it's okay, I'm just gonna do it. But guess what? Elaine succeeds anyway, so all right. However, Sandra has hurt herself.
Speaking of which, how are your hands doing?
They're doing better compared to last night when...
Wow, they still look swollen, huh?
Oh yeah, there's huge blisters under here. See? Huge blisters. And there's like 4 on this hand and about 3 on this one.
What do the doctors say?
The doctor said it was contact dermatitis, that I touched something that I was obviously allergic to.
Are you gonna make it?
If not...
You're gonna, no, you have to make it. Although I'm not riding solo out here.
This has never happened to me in the Pearl Islands. I didn't have no issues, heroes versus villains, game changers, but this right here, I was like, this is killing me. I'm 44 and Fiji's taking a toll on me.
We're not 25 anymore, that's for sure.
You don't want to touch me?
I don't know if it's contagious or not.
Okay. All right.
Episode 7 sees Janet selected for the island, and it is so inconsistent on how they choose this, and like Elaine, she doesn't even hear what the task is that she has to do. But unlike Elaine, she declines. Rob and Sandra agree that Janet made the right call here. Again, though, did she because Elaine just like accepted and then succeeded, and Janet doesn't even know what the task is and she declined? What if the task was super easy? We weren't told what the task is. She doesn't know what the task. It's so inconsistent. So we then go to episode 8, where the absolute dumbest Island of the Idols twist takes place. This one takes the cake.
What is that?
Do not open. Bring this with you to Island of the Idols. Leave immediately.
What is it?
Read it loud and read it proud.
You just learned a tough survivor lesson. If it seems too good to be true, it usually is. The minute you grabbed this note, you lost your vote at the next tribal council.
So the idea in terms of like the essence of it was, what if your teacher was really good at something, but not fully trustworthy? But they're going to teach you.
You know, there is no free lunches on Survivor, right?
I'm learning that lesson.
You have to earn everything.
That is so unfair, it isn't even funny. Unlike everyone else, Jamal never got a choice. What a bunch of crap. Oh, and he is voted off this episode. Thanks, Survivor. Episode 10 sees Lauren get her name drawn out of a bag, and her task is to predict which of the 9 players will win immunity. So tasks have gone from skill to no task at all to now complete luck. I am baffled. Lauren does somehow predict the winner though, so good for her. Island of the Idols feels like it was not fully thought out. I mean, it really feels like we're watching a first draft of an idea. We then see Rob decide to go out and do some exploring.
This is for me. Go chicken.
She's stubborn. She reminds me of Boston Rob.
Yeah, right. What happened?
She bit my finger!
Don't come back without a big ass tuna.
I don't even have any fishing stuff. Just going for a rope.
He just had to do it, so I just leave him alone. When he needs Rob time, I give him Rob time. So he says, I'm going to the island across from us, right? Just across from us. So I start cleaning house, straightening up, doing our coffee dishes, just straightening up around camp. And I look, and it's like I barely could see him. All you could see was a red little spot from his shorts, and I'm thinking, wow, like he's really out there.
The rafting adventure was an exploratory venture, and it was awesome. You know, I kind of got out a little bit further from home than I wanted to be, and it was a long paddle back.
You're crazy! I almost called the Navy!
We go to episode 12 where Dean's name is drawn out of a bag. And do you remember what I just said, that we've now moved to task where it's not really a task, it's just a game of chance? At least Lauren had some say in that. Dean's task is to flip a coin. Yes, that is it. That is the task. Somebody had to go over to another camp and steal fire. Jamal had to try and trick people. Noura had to convince people to let her be the caller, and Dean just flips a coin. That's it. The island ran out of good ideas after episode 2. So we reached the finale, and
Survivor's been awesome to me. I love it. I love this game. I don't know what it is about being out here, but sometimes the prize isn't only in the $1 million. If your eyes are open, there are gifts here beyond just the game.
You know, you found happiness and everlasting love, and I find happiness too in the money I've made.
I had a great time out here with you.
Likewise.
Cheers.
that shelter Rob supposedly built by himself is then lived in by the final 5 and ends up having clues to a hidden immunity idol. I will admit, this is the coolest part of the island. However, in a funny turn of events, the winner of the season, Tommy, never once visited the island to play a game, meaning that the whole Survivor Bootcamp twist kind of got undercut hard. But then it happens. At the end, Survivor teases that the very next season is going to be all winners, which includes Sandra, Rob, hey, I thought Rob was done playing games, and even Amber, which we also get to see that now him and Amber have 4 little girls. Wow. So, what do you think about Island of the Idols? How could they have balanced this twist better? Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks for liking and subscribing. I'll see you all next time.